Hey y'all, I'm Chadwick Boyd. You know what? October is my birthday and I absolutely love biscuits. In fact, I've made thousands of them. But this year I'm taking it up way more notches and partnering with Butterfinger. And I've got a Butterfinger Pumpkin Biscuit Popover that's gonna be spooktacular. I've got all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Next is to add your butter. Bring the flour up through the butter. This is what's gonna make the biscuits flaky and puff up. We're on to our wet ingredients. I'm pouring full-fat buttermilk in here. I've added some pumpkin. Get that beautiful orange October color. And pour this in. Mix this really well. Next step is lamination. I'm gonna lightly flour my board here and then turn the dough out. First, I'm going to use my fingertips and press it to about 1 inch thick. And if needed, use a little bit more flour so your fingers don't stick to the dough. So this technique can sound a little scary, but it literally is just taking 1/3 of the dough, folding it over, and taking the other third and putting it on top. And what this does is create those flaky layers that's going to make the popover pop up out of the muffin pan. I'm going to laminate this 5 more times for a total of 6. After the final fold, I'm going to roll this out to a 16 by 20 inch rectangle, which is about 1/4 inch thick. There we go. Our dough is starting to look really good. Now that the dough is rolled out, I'm going to brush this with good golden butter. And you want to make sure that you go all the way to every single edge. This butter is what's going to help the popovers and the butter inside the dough pop up really nicely outside of the pan. I've mixed together cinnamon and sugar, and I'm going to spread this out evenly on top of the melted butter. Now that this is done, I'm going to add finely chopped up Butterfinger and bake that crispety, crunchety, Butterfingery goodness inside. The final step before we put this in the pan is to roll the dough up, and you want to just slowly roll it forward from you to catch all of the ingredients in the dough. To cut the popovers, you can use a really sharp chef's knife, but for a really cool kitchen hack, dental floss. Oh, look at that Butterfingery goodness. We're gonna put this into a buttered muffin tin. Just give them a nice pat to make sure they fill the cup out. I'm gonna lightly brush the tops with butter to make it nice, golden, and brown. So before we put this in the oven, I'm gonna put this back into the refrigerator and chill them for 20 minutes. Then bake them at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, and they're gonna pop up right out of the pan and be golden brown and Butterfingery delicious. Kitchen is smelling so good, and I've made a peanut butter dark chocolate glaze simply by simmering some cream, dark cocoa, powdered sugar, and creamy peanut butter until really smooth. Dipping the popovers into the glaze just on one side, and then finishing them off with more chunky, delicious Butterfinger. A Halloween birthday. I can't imagine anything better than Butterfinger, biscuits, and my birthday. Thanks, Butterfinger.